For the first time in the history of the politics of one Raila Odinga, the man of the people, loved and adored by many, he has faced the greatest setback in his political career just 48 hours later after he signed a pact to work with William Ruto under the broad-based government between the UDA and the ODM party. Now, the question that a lot of people have been asking, was the heckling of Raila Odinga in Kisii today organic, or was it a planned kind of heckling? We are here to diverge deep into this story so that we will get to analyze the whole situation and reveal the truth to you. A lot of UDA members of parliament have spoken in regards to what happened today at the Kisii Stadium in Kisii County. Many saying that that was an orchestrated move that was deployed to downplay the currently signed pact between William Ruto and Raila Odinga. And this was a setback that was planned so that it would diminish Raila Odinga and William Ruto's case. Now, currently on platform X, fingers are being pointed out, and the name of one Kisii Senator Richard Onyonka is being called out as the mastermind of Raila Odinga's heckling today in Kisii. But the question is that the truth, or they are just finding an scapegoat so that they will hide behind Richard Onyonka's name, saying that he comes from Kisii, hails from ODM party, and he was the one behind the heckling of President William Ruto. No, I mean Raila Odinga. Sorry for bringing in William Ruto. Now, before going to the response of one Richard Onyonka, because he has replied to the said sentiments that have been declared on social media in regards to his involvement in the heckling of one Raila Odinga, allow me first to get into a message that has currently been relayed by a UDA member of parliament by the name of Didmus Barasa, the member of parliament of Kimilili. Now, the Vocal United Alliance Democratic Alliance Party allied member of parliament, Honorable Didmus Barasa, is one of the latest leaders to react after former Prime Minister Raila Odinga was heckled while addressing residents of Kisii County on Sunday today at the Kisii Stadium. The veteran leader of the opposition was heckled after attending Shabana FC match at Kisii Stadium. Now, while taking to his social media platforms, Didmus Barasa condemned the incident, saying political violence is undermining the principles of democracy in the country and also causes division. He added that such actions that were witnessed in Kisii Stadium are primitive and backwards. Now, I quote him. Political violence is a deep, damaging force that undermines the principles of democracy and fosters division within our country. I strongly condemn what is happening in Kisii. It looks petty and primitive, Didmus Barasa said. Now, in videos that have gone viral on different social media platforms, the ODM party leader Raila Odinga found it difficult to address youths who were chanting anti-Ruto slogans. Others were also seen walking out in large numbers the moment the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga started addressing them. Now, this comes at a time that we all have seen what happened in Kisii. Allow me to diverge into this matter. Richard Onyonka, being a critic of William Ruto and Raila Odinga's pact, he has been a sensible leader. He has been a man that has advocated for the betterment of the Republic of Kenya. So whatever is being purported or being relayed to the people of of the Republic of Kenya in regards to him funding youths to echo Raila Odinga is something that these people should take out of their mouth, because it doesn't end up. Now, allow me to take you to Twitter, where the sentiments have currently gone viral after some people now tried to find an scapegoat that they will blame on what happened to Raila Amolo Odinga today. Because Raila Amolo Odinga thought that in Kisii, where he controlled a very big population, that there is no time in history that he will find himself on the wrong side of history, being heckled or being trolled just for a political decision that he made. He has been a man that wherever he has gone in the western part of Kenya and in the Nyanza region, in the coastal region, only praises have been sung about him. Now, Richard Onyonka went ahead to reply to a certain message posted by one Peter Mwangi PMK. This is a support of Raila Amolo Odinga and also William Ruto. And he said, sad update, the heckling and embarrassment of Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga in Kisii Stadium was organized by Kibagendi and Onyonka. Both are still members of ODM. Now, he asked that these people be brought out of ODM party or to be kicked out of ODM party. We all know that Richard Onyonka walked out of ODM the moment that Raila Amolo Odinga started the broad-based conversation with William Ruto. And he has been doing media interviews, appearing in public gatherings and calling out Raila Amolo Odinga and one William Ruto. Now, Richard Onyonka says this. This is utter mediocrity. I am out for work in Mombasa and my brother Kibagendi is equally out on work commitments. It is ridiculous, stupid for anyone to link any of us with what happened in Kisii Stadium today. It is unreasonably absurd for someone to imagine that an individual can mobilize, pay more than 15,000 passionate football fans to attend a football match. Something they have always done and relentlessly before without any iota of influence from anyone. Shabana fans are known worldwide for giving unequivocal support to their team. It is an insult to them for anyone to purport that they get paid to attend matches. The event that happened in Kisii this afternoon is regrettable. Nevertheless, this should serve as a wake-up call to the concerned players to scrutinize and know why the people are or were resisting Baba Raila Amolo Odinga in Kisii. Violence and chaos have never been I've never been my cup of tea for more than 2 decades that I have actively participated in politics. My constituents can attest to this. I discourage political intolerance and call upon our people to act with restraint and soberness in the future. That is a statement made by one Richard Onyonka, the senator of Kisii, and also the man that has been advocating and representing Fred Matiangi in different occasions since Fred Matiangi made a declaration that he will be running for the presidency come the year 2027. He has been the representative of Matiangi or the face of Matiangi when it comes to the politics currently that are happening in the Republic of Kenya, because Matiangi has been out of the country. He is working currently for the World Bank in Latin America. Now, when you look at what has been purported and the current uh, hallucination, let me say these are hallucinations by ODM people and William Ruto's people. Yes, I am a member of ODM party, but sometimes we have to set our minds and our goals towards speaking and revealing the truth, because the truth is what that matters. Tell me how this man who is currently in Mombasa mobilized and sent 15,000 people to a football match. You know, Shabana FC is one of the teams that we can all say has the greatest. It is one of the most surprising and teams that have some of the most greatest supporters. It's the Shabana FC. Their supporters are like those of Ingwe and AFC Leopards and Gor Mahia. Are we together? So there is no way that they were paid. But Raila Amolo Odinga, he made a mistake of making an appearance to the people of Kisii just 2 days after he called out one Fred Matiangi and embarrassed Fred Matiangi. Because he said there is no way that Matiangi can become president. He should stop dreaming. That was a statement that was ultimately out of order. Because you know what? It is the first stab for Matiang'i at presidency. Bwana Raila Amolo Odinga, you have been running and using different political bases to rally people to vote for you for more than, for about 3 decades currently. And you have never won an election as the presidential candidate. So the people of Kisii saw this as a direct attack to their son and they yearn to retaliate. And not only that, a lot of people are opposing the current coalition agreement between William Ruto and Raila Amolo Odinga. And that is why people are reacting differently from different avenues. Are we together? And not only is the people of, not only are the opposition members of parliament celebrating this, but also those that are in ODM. Caleb Amisi, a member of parliament of ODM party, had this to say about the heckling of one Raila Amolo Odinga today in Gusii Stadium. He said, "What is happening at Gusii Stadium? Has Baba addressed? Huku nje vitina ni mingi sana." And after that, he said, "The person who will spoil the broth will be Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. Mark my word. Unless Kalonzo holds a press conference and publicly commits in writing to rally his support base to whoever will be popular, then Peter Katikati is alive and kicking. I'm telling you from a painful experience, Kenya needs a resonance." That means Kenya is tired. Kenya is tired. Na tunasema tuko half time na mambo ni vulai. The people shall prevail this time around and the political class will be surprised. If you want to know what's happening in Kenya, look at the last year's Senegalese elections. The young men and women forced the incubator out. Problem now with Kenya is who is that young man to take out Kasongo? That is the question. And Raila Amolo Odinga thought that his influence will continue to remain the same. But to his surprise, things are turning around. Things are turning around. The support that he enjoyed is currently over. It is over. There is nothing that he can show for it. Are we together? So, them finding it necessary to blame Richard Onyonka is a move that we all can't condone. As a republic, Raila Amolo Odinga is the only politician that has never been heckled. But today was the beginning of something new. It will happen all over this country. Let me tell you, only in his hometown where he won't be heckled. But come this time round, next year, Raila Amolo Odinga, sidhani kaa atakuwa kwa hiyo serikali. His public appearances will be so minimal because people are tired and people don't want anything to do with anybody associated with William Ruto. Raila Amolo Odinga, William Ruto was heckled, Uhuru Kenyatta was heckled. I mean, a lot of leaders have been heckled in different parts of this country, but Raila Amolo Odinga remained to be supreme. But now the circle has been broken by the Kisii people, and that's why it's very painful for the ODM supporters and the supporters of Kenya Kwanza government, because they believed that Raila Amolo Odinga is like a god to them, that he will bring in all his political base into the Kenya Kwanza alliance. But now it is not happening. And reading a few comments and reactions from people, I see one Jared Nyawanda saying, "My brother, we want them, but Baba Fua huwa anawekanga interest yake mbele kwanza, then they are blaming Richard Onyonka for their mess." Don Chuma anasema ODM and Raila have this mentality that they don't have to do any groundwork in Western Kenya and Nyanza regions, Kisii, Kakamega, Busia, Vihiga, mainly. That's why they look down and dismiss people like Peter Salasi and Richard Onyonka. Hii ni mwanzo, they will not believe. Franklin Mtetezi anasema, so somebody decided to pay few youths Now, this is the men that have been spreading allegations that Kisii senator is the one that was involved in paying and mobilizing youths to attack, to heckle one Raila Molo Odinga today. How? Bwana the crowd doesn't want Baba right now, doesn't want anything, any involvement with anything that is affiliated with William Ruto. And Baba Raila Amolo Odinga made himself a target the moment he signed that pact. Mm. The moment he signed that pact, he made himself a target. And now he is here seeing what is happening. Aliambiwa na James Orengo hakusikia. And now James Orengo is turning out to be a prophet. Wada, maoni yenu ni yapi? Aswa kulingana na wao kusema ya kwamba Richard Onyonka na Kibagendi. And even before I complete, let me remind you that last week on Thursday, this week on Thursday, the week hasn't ended. When Raila Amolo Odinga was in Kisii for the consultations that he said he was doing, the members of, MCAs, MPs, and the senator, who are all chosen in Kisii County and Nyamira, through ODM party, failed to show up at Raila Amolo Odinga's consultation meeting. That was a clear indication that Kisii for Raila Amolo Odinga and William Ruto is a no-go zone. Yeah, literally. What is your take? Leave a comment on the comment section. See you in our next video. Remember to subscribe. This is the Kenyan Daily Report.